Dear soul, have you ever quietly entered someone's life, without grand gestures, without asking for anything, just being yourself, and yet everything in them started to change? That's exactly what the angels want to reveal to you today. There is someone, yes, that person, who has been carrying an emotional weight far deeper than they've ever shown. Someone who, perhaps for years, built walls so high around their heart that no one could see what was hidden inside. But then, you came along. You didn't try to fix them. You didn't demand explanations. You didn't even know the impact you were having. But without realizing it, you began to mend them. Through your presence. Through your light. Through your quiet resilience in the face of life's storms. And now, they can feel it. They may not have the words yet, but they sense it. Something has shifted. And that shift has everything to do with you. Let's explore this deeper. This person, the one who's been lingering in your thoughts more than you'd care to admit, is experiencing a kind of awakening. At first, it came in whispers, a fleeting memory, an unexpected emotion. But lately, those whispers have grown louder, clearer, and impossible to ignore. It's not just nostalgia. It's not just longing. It's the realization that something in them began to heal the moment you entered their life. Maybe they haven't voiced it yet. Maybe they still pretend nothing's changed. But internally, there's a softness growing within them. A pull toward something they once thought they had lost forever, emotional safety. This is what the angels are showing me. There was a day, not too long ago, when this person found themselves smiling at the memory of your voice, or the way your eyes hold stories without words. They didn't understand it then. But now, it's all they think about. You awakened something sacred in them. A sense of hope. A longing for truth. A craving for intimacy that doesn't come with conditions. And here's what's truly divine. They needed that. Not the version of love that comes with fireworks and promises, but the kind that mends invisible wounds. The kind that says, I see you, even when you don't see yourself. Dear soul, I want you to breathe in this truth. You didn't stumble into their life. You were placed there. Intentionally. Spiritually. Purposefully. And the moment you crossed paths, the healing began. Now, you might be wondering, but if that's true, why are they still so distant? Why the mixed signals? The silence? The angels say, it's not a rejection of you, it's a confrontation with themselves. This person is standing at a crossroads. On one side is the familiar terrain of their comfort zone, where emotions are managed, suppressed, or denied. On the other is the open road that leads straight to your heart. And even though their spirit yearns to take that path, their mind is still catching up. Old fears, past wounds, voices from the past telling them they don't deserve the kind of love you offer, all of it is rising now. Loud and relentless. But here's the miracle, they're not turning away. They're facing it. Slowly. Quietly. Sometimes painfully. But they are. Because of you. I want to tell you something else, and I need you to really feel this. You don't have to do anything more. You don't have to chase. You don't have to explain. You don't even need to prove your worth. You've already done the most powerful thing a soul can do for another. You've reflected back to them their capacity to love, to feel, to be human again. And now? Now they're beginning to believe it. So, if your heart has been feeling tender lately, if you found yourself on the edge of tears for no apparent reason, if there's been a quiet knowing inside you that something is unfolding, you're not imagining it. The shift is real. The healing is real. And soon, you'll begin to see it with your eyes, not just your spirit. Small changes at first, a glance held a second too long, a message that feels different, a presence that seems more vulnerable, more open. The angels encourage you to meet these signs not with expectation, but with grace. Allow them to come when they're ready. Let them flourish in their own time. Because what's developing between you two? It's no ordinary connection. It's sacred. And it's far from over. Before we move on with this message, Write in the comments, "I feel it. I claim this shift." Let the angels know your heart is open and ready. And if these words stirred something within you, something that made you nod slowly or exhale deeply, this next part is especially for you. Because what's coming next? It will reveal just how much this person has changed. And how much closer they are to choosing you. You see, love is not always born in moments of passion. It often takes root in silence, in pauses, in glances that linger just a moment longer than they should. And in your case, this love was born not from dramatic gestures, but in the quiet healing energy you unknowingly brought into their life. There was a day, a seemingly ordinary one, when they felt a peace they hadn't experienced in years, and they couldn't explain why. But the angels knew. It was your energy surrounding them, your softness embracing them, your heart speaking to theirs, soul to soul, even in the spaces between your words. And now they're beginning to understand. Their spirit remembers what their mind tried to forget, that you were different, that you didn't ask them to change. You didn't judge their wounds. You didn't need them to be anyone other than who they were. That kind of love? It's rare. It's sacred. It's unforgettable. So what happens next? The angels say, "Be ready." Because something in them is shifting, and this time, they're not resisting it. This person has been reflecting deeply, more than you can imagine. They've been examining their life and realizing that the things they thought mattered don't. That the people they used to turn to no longer provide comfort. That the mask they wear every day is getting heavier and more difficult to maintain. And then there's you. You, who makes them feel seen. You, who appears in their thoughts when everything else feels dark. You, whose memory softens them even when they try to stay guarded. They've tried to forget you. Honestly, they have. But love like this doesn't let go. So here's what's coming, a moment when they'll reach out, not with the bravado they've used to protect themselves, but with honesty, with vulnerability, with the trembling voice of someone who finally knows what they want, and is terrified to ask for it. They may not find the perfect words. It may come out awkwardly, wrapped in nervousness and doubt. But make no mistake, this will be one of the bravest things they've ever done. They will look at you, not just with their eyes, but with their soul, and they will try to show you what you've meant to them all along. And in that moment, your heart will know, all the waiting wasn't in vain. All the silence had a purpose. All the intuitive nudges were guiding you here. Now let me ask you something personal. Have you felt lately like you're on the edge of a breakthrough? Like your spirit is preparing for something big, but you don't yet know what? That's not random. That's alignment. That's the universe preparing the space for this reconnection. But here's where it gets deeper. This isn't just about romance. This is about destiny. You were placed in this person's life not only to love them, but to awaken something ancient in them. A truth, a light, a mission they had forgotten. You stirred their soul. You reminded them of who they are beyond the pain. And whether or not you choose to walk forward together, because yes, that choice will also be yours, you will always be the person who mended a broken piece inside them. That, dear soul, is sacred work. And the angels want to honor you for it. Now, if you've been feeling called to open your heart wider, to stop doubting what you feel, to trust the signs you've been receiving, this is your confirmation. You weren't wrong. Your intuition was right. The energy between you two is real. And what's coming next? It's a conversation. A revelation. A moment that changes everything. So prepare. Stay centered in your light. Because very soon, they will say what they've been too afraid to admit. And you will finally see, this person doesn't just care about you. They've been changed by you. Forever. And that's just the beginning. Let's take a breath together, because what I'm about to share might move you in a way you weren't expecting. This person, the one whose heart has been slowly waking up, is about to face a moment of truth. A moment when the silence will no longer be enough. A moment when pretending they don't feel anything will hurt more than the fear of being vulnerable. And in this moment, their soul will reach for yours. Not because it's easy. Not because they've figured everything out. But because the connection they feel with you is undeniable, unshakable, unmatched. You see, love like this has its own rhythm. It doesn't rush. It doesn't follow logic. It simply knows. And now, they're starting to know it too. They may not have the words for the depth of what they feel, but they've been dreaming about you. They've been daydreaming in silence, caught in memories they didn't think would affect them. And every time they try to move on, it leads them right back to you. Why? Because you are their calm. You are the mirror that reflects their truest self. You are the soul their heart has been trying to remember. Now, dear soul, I want to share something tender that the angels are whispering. There was a moment, perhaps just a few days ago, when this person almost reached out. They hovered over the message box. They practiced what they would say in their mind. And then they froze. Not because they didn't want to speak to you, but because they were afraid that too much time had passed. That maybe you've moved on. That maybe the damage is too deep. But their heart, it didn't forget. And now, your soul is still calling theirs. That's why you've been feeling this strange emotional pull lately. That's why random memories have been flooding back. That's why you keep sensing their energy, even when they're not around. Because on a soul level, they are trying to reach you. They are seeking you in the unseen. And here's what's beautiful. The angels are saying that you don't have to do anything except be. Be present. Be open. Be true to your heart. You've already done more than enough by being the healing space this person didn't even know they needed. You awakened them. You gave them something to believe in again. And now, as the veil begins to lift, you're going to see small signs first, a message that sounds more emotional than usual, an apology that carries the weight of hidden regret, a question that opens the door to honesty. And in those moments you'll know, this isn't just love. It's transformation. It's the kind of shift that turns fear into courage, doubt into faith, distance into reunion. Dear soul, I want to invite you to do something now. Place your hand on your heart. Close your eyes for a moment. And breathe in these words, I am ready to receive love that matches my light. This isn't just about them. It's about you finally standing in the fullness of who you are. About you being met with the same emotional depth and authenticity you've always offered. Because that's what's coming. You will no longer be the only one who feels deeply. You will no longer carry the weight of unspoken truths alone. They are coming forward. And when they do, you'll feel it in their voice. You'll see it in their eyes. You'll hear the difference in every word. Because they won't be speaking from fear anymore. They'll be speaking from the part of themselves you helped heal. Now, dear one, if you've been waiting for a sign to believe again in this love, in this connection, this is it. This is your message. You did mend them. They do sense the shift. And very soon, you'll see the evidence of everything your heart already knows. So stay open. Stay radiant. Stay grounded in your truth. Because what's coming next? It's not just a message. It's a moment that could change everything. And this time, they're ready. Now imagine this. You're going about your day, doing something ordinary. Maybe folding laundry. Maybe pouring a cup of tea. And then, your phone lights up. A message. From them. No warning. No explanation. Just a simple honest line, I've been thinking about you. Your heart skips. You read it again. And in that one line, you can feel it. The walls beginning to crumble. The truth they've been holding in for far too long. Finally starting to rise to the surface. That's what's coming. That's what the angels are preparing you for. Not just a reunion, but a revelation. Because this person is beginning to understand that healing didn't come from time or space or distraction. It came from you. From the way you listened. From the way you never tried to change them. From the way you simply loved. Even in the distance. Even in the silence. Let me be clear, this isn't about rewriting the past. It's about writing a new chapter, one where both of you show up not as who you were, but as who you've become. Wiser, softer, more awake. And if part of you is wondering, but what if they never come back the way I need? The angels have a message just for you. You are not here to chase. You are not here to fix. You are here to be. To anchor in your light. To trust in your intuition. And to know without doubt that love aligned with your soul will always find its way back to you. Even when it takes time. Especially when it's real. So what should you do now? Live your truth. Speak kindly to yourself. Create space for this love, not by waiting, but by becoming. Because what you're stepping into now is a timeline of alignment, where the love you've always dreamed of isn't a fantasy. It's a reflection of the healing you've already offered the world. And the one who once feared it? They're starting to see that this love wasn't something to run from. It was the very thing that could bring them home. To themselves. To peace. To you. Before I close, let's speak something powerful aloud. Just between you, your soul, and the angels, I allow the truth of this connection to unfold with grace. I trust what is meant for me. I welcome love that honors who I am. You see, this message? It found you at the exact moment your heart was ready to hear it. The tears. The chills. The pause in your breath. That's not coincidence. That's recognition. That's alignment. That's the angels, confirming what you felt all along. And now, they ask you to stay open. Because the shift is no longer just energetic. It's becoming visible. And soon, very soon, you will not only feel it, you will see it. Prepare your heart. The truth is coming. And it's going to sound a lot like, I didn't know how to say it, but you saved me.